Hey everyone, welcome back. Good to see you all. We'll get started here pretty darn quick. Good to have another excellent instructor on board here for the next session. Very appreciative of Rick and Alex for the previous sessions today. And if anybody has questions about the break room that we're doing in between sessions, let me know because I know it might be hard to catch the link. We've had a handful of people joining and hanging out. There's definitely no pressure to do that because I know we want to take our breaks, but to do other things. But yeah, if you have a question and you're not sure how to join that, let me know in the chat or something. I'll try to make it easier.
Is it catered?
I wish it was catered. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah. I wanted somebody was talking about pastries the other day. I wanted them to distribute them to all the little Zoom modules. All right, yeah. But anyways, I'll put a link to the booklet for the convention because I'll show you the booklet and where you can find the Zoom link. It's actually a clickable link in the PDF if you ever wanted to find it. But anyways, I think we're about ready to get started. So let me bring up a little intro for our good friend Wayne here, and then we'll hit the ground running. Right. So, Wayne Ferguson, master piano tuner and technician. Wayne Ferguson has been widely considered to be among the very best in the business. He has studied the art of piano technology and piano setup with passion and diligence. He is a former and present client list is a veritable who's who of the music industry in Canada and beyond. And we will learn much, much more today about what a wonderful instructor, intelligent guy, all around special person to have he is. So, Wayne, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit and we'll get started.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to be here today. This has been great, day two, and I see a few familiar faces on here. So it's just, and I think this is just a great event that we can do this sort of thing. So a little bit about me. I've been in the music business, not the piano business, but the music business for over, I think it was 50 years. I started working in a music store part-time when I was 14 years old, when I was going to high school. And I did that on Tuesday, Wednesday. I worked Thursday night. I worked Friday night and all day Saturday. And I did that for about 4 years while I was going to high school. And then when I finished, I started working there full time. And right at that time, I think it was 1969, the first Yamaha dealer opened up right next door to the music store. The store I was in was called Kahlua Music. And the store next door was Lloyd Edwards, Yamaha pianos. And that very first year he opened, the salespeople from Yamaha were coming to the store because they were trying to sell Yamaha products to the owner. So I got to meet some of the salespeople in the very early beginnings of Yamaha Canada, and plus I got to know everyone else within the industry. So as the years passed on, the owner started sending me off to trade shows. So I would go to like Chicago, NAMM. I went to Winter NAMM, went to Atlanta. I did that for quite a few years. The store became involved with wholesale of lighting equipment, electronic equipment, PA systems. So I would start to go to off to things like Auto Engineering Society in New York, the broadcasting, I can't remember what it was called, but for TV and sound production in Las Vegas. So I did a lot of sort of expansion. The a few years later, after that, I started becoming interested in working with groups and touring around. And I started working with a lot of local groups. But then I started working for some big production companies. And one of the bands I started working for, I did a short tour, was Supertramp when they were just coming to America. And I did a short tour with them. And also I did work with the Supertramp crew, because they when Supertramp had downtime, they would do tours. So we did a couple of tours with some bands, and one band in particular carried a grand piano. So we did about 3 months of touring around with the piano. I would greet all the piano tuners everywhere. Maybe I met you guys years ago at some point, but this is where I first became interested in tuning at that time. I kind of watched what they were doing and thinking about it. And long story short, later on, I ended up having an accident. I was loading some stuff off a truck. I fell into the gap. I broke my back, hurt my, I was off work for a year, had to go through a retraining program. And then I had an opportunity to go to college because my injury was so serious. They said, we're going to retrain you. And at the time in Toronto, there was a course at George Brown College. And they allowed me to take a course for 2 years. And it was unbelievable opportunity at the time. And my teacher was a very famous technician named Ted Samble. Ted Samble was really well known within the in the piano world. He was originally from England and just a fine gentleman. And he taught wonderful classes for many, many years. So I was fortunate to have Ted as a teacher. Ted tuned for Glenn Gould, told me all the stories along the way. And I was good friends with Ted for many, many years, and only tried to hone my skills more. After that, I joined the Piano Technicians Guild. I went to all kinds of conventions, started to learn my, upgrade my skills more. Yamaha Canada started using me for all their service. Back then, Yamaha Canada would bring 2 technicians over from Japan every year to do what's called a Canadian Tech Tour. These 2 Japanese technicians, I would travel with them across Canada for about 1 week. And I got to know in total, I think I had a total of 18 Japanese technicians that I met over the years. It was just a real opportunity to work with these guys and meet them. And from there, at one point, one of the technicians came over and said that he wanted me to go to the Yamaha Technical Academy in Hamamatsu, Japan for some advanced training. The reason he liked what I was doing, because I was interested in all the digital electronic stuff. And at the time, Yamaha was just introducing disc clavier. And when I went to Japan, I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement not to talk about what they were doing. So this was the very first product they were developing. And so I went there for, I think I was there for about 6 weeks. One of the hardest things I ever did, and came back feeling like, okay, I'm just getting started all over again, right? So, but it was excellent training. So on from there, I just continued to work, and I decided I'm just going to take care of piano service. I'm not going to have a standalone shop somewhere. So I decided I need to start thinking about a shop, because I had people inquiring about rebuilding. And after the 3rd inquiry, I thought I need to get on this quick, because if I don't, I'm going to lose some work. So I decided, okay, I needed to put a shop together. And within the first month, I had some people asking me to rebuild some pianos and do some refinishing. At the time, I wasn't doing refinishing, but I thought, okay, well, I was doing a certain amount of repair work. And I decided, okay, I'm going to dive into this and see what I can do in my first job, stripping the piano, refinishing. I bought some equipment, low pressure spray system, learned how to do that. Customer was quite happy, and I made some good money. But my first shop was quite small. it was a really small single car garage. This home I'm in now is my well, I guess it's my fourth home, and I bought this house because it was a good fit for what I do. So my shop is in a two car garage shop. It is 18 by 18 by I think 20, maybe 19 feet high, and so it's a good space for me to have kind of like a